Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video of Fox Flicks on Dead Meat. Today we're checking out the kill count for the 2024 movie Lisa Frankenstein. Wait, that came out this year? Huh. Yet I never heard any word about it. Well, anyway, let's hop in and check out how many kills were racked up for this undead... Whatever, it's Frankenstein.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Lisa
James
Frankenstein, released in 2024. Lisa Frankenstein is a horror comedy done in a throwback style, reminiscent of movies like Heathers and Weird Science. It takes place in 1989 and follows Lisa Swallows, a teen girl who falls in love with a zombie in need of body parts. Like I'm sure many people my age did, I first assumed the title was a reference to Lisa Frank, the colorful school supply company that was huge in the late 80s and 90s. The filmmakers have said that was just a coincidence, though I do think the association helps establish a sort of vibe. The film's decked out in a color palette that would look right at home on a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper. Lisa Frankenstein was written by Diablo Cody, the Oscar-winning screenwriter behind Juno. Cody is known for her stylized dialogue, and this outing is no different, so that may determine how much you enjoy the film.
When he cuts, he either goes to Rocky Rococo's or he goes home and his car was not at Rocky Rococo's.
She was inspired to write it after people rediscovered and defended her previous horror effort, Jennifer's Body. Like that movie, Lisa Frankenstein is a coming-of-age story that sees a young woman coming into power and becoming corrupted by it. It's filled with equal parts blood and teen drama, and pokes fun at 80s culture, especially the casual way teenage girls were sexualized.
And that's why Mr. Conyers has to teach her the door open now.
It's a way to turn the unpleasant reality of that era into humor, which won't work for everyone, but does for me. The film's tone is further honed by director Zelda Williams, the daughter of Robin Williams, in her feature directorial debut. She balances the script's unique tone and
No, that's awesome. That is legit awesome.
builds out the world of a stylized, not completely realistic suburbia. It evokes a lot of early Burton, like Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands. She wanted the film to look like John Waters meets A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I think she nailed it. The whole thing is fun to look at, especially the very specific production design placing it in 1989. Though the story is centered around a teenager's psyche, this world isn't just glamorous shopping malls and the arcade aesthetic you get from Stranger Things, nor is it the boppy aerobic style from American Horror Story 1984. By 1989, the decade was already starting to embrace grungy 90s indifference. It's transitioning to the time I grew up in, and it's amazing how accurately ugly it is. With a great cast led by Katherine Newton, all of whom are game for the film's silly antics, Lisa Frankenstein is a fun, campy teen comedy that I think will resonate strongly with certain demographics. It may not be for everyone, but not every movie needs to be. And this one is great at what it is. Will sparks fly for this reanimated... Whoa! Lightning? Localized entirely in the kill count room? Oh, my old phone? You're alive? You're alive? Wow, talk about a phenomenon. Well, you've missed a lot since I've last used you, so let me get you up to speed. Here, I'll connect you to the internet. Oh, you're not equipped for the dangers of the modern internet? Well, I understand your concerns, but don't worry, I have...
yes, let me guess. That's a self-shock. We'll be right back. Nope, I was wrong. It was NordVPN.
Sparks fly for this reanimated romance, or will everything fall apart at the seams? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Let's go. The kills.
The movie begins with an animation that gives us a little creature backstory. It shows a romantic bachelor from the 19th century who fails to woo a lady with his piano playing. He's killed by a lightning strike, but since we only see him in animated form, I won't be putting him on the kill count. Right. We jump to 1989, as if you couldn't tell from all the hairspray. High schooler Lisa Swallows is an outsider who spends less time with kids her own age and more time in the nearby Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Her fave grave is the one belonging to our friend from the opening credits, who's buried beneath a wax-rubbed title card. Her fascination with the macabre
No, it's a title card.
may stem from the tragedy that happened 2 years ago. A home intruder broke in during a mommy-daughter game night, and while Lisa hid in the closet, her mother was brutally murdered with an axe. She heard the whole thing and even found the body afterwards. Yeah, that'll cause some social stunting. Since then, Lisa's father Dale has gotten remarried to a woman named Janet. She's a full-on evil stepmother done up in 80s suburban styling.
Oh, great.
Coddle her. No one coddled me when my dad blew up in Da Nang.
That's a good point.
Janet's
What?
played by Carla Gugino, a Mike Flanagan regular, while Dale is played by Joey Crest, basically reprising his role of Ted Wheeler from Stranger Things. You know, just an unwavering pillar of discipline.
You're gonna go upstairs and you're gonna clean up that bathroom.
Dude's really carved out a niche for himself as a bump on a log dad.
What'd I do?
After her dad's remarriage, Lisa had to move to a new town and go to a new school. The only friend she has is her stepsister, Janet's daughter Taffy. Even though Taffy is a popular
enough.
cheerleader, she's genuinely kind to Lisa. She even lets her use the tanning bed she won in a beauty pageant, and not just out of a sense of duty.
When I won Junior Miss Hawaiian Tropic, I promised I'd use my title to help other people.
Taffy drags Lisa to a bumpin' house party, which isn't her scene. Everyone here is just talking about hair and football! At least she gets to chat with her crush
football.
Michael Trent, whom she mentioned earlier to Taffy.
He doesn't play sports. He's cerebral. He's in a wheelchair.
Michael's the editor-in-chief of The Grackle, which is the perfect name for a high school literary magazine.
You like my poems?
I wouldn't publish them if I didn't.
But goth girl Tamara is also vying for his affections and gives Lisa a drink with a little something extra in it. Lisa Weeble wobbles her
drug,
way inside, where the drugs are making everything look kinda wavy. She's found by a guy. Yeah, that guy. The guy with the face. It's her dorky lab partner, Doug, who seems nice enough. He holds her hair while she pukes, helps her clean up, touches her without her consent. Ah, damn it, Doug
And that is how you get slapped and arrested.
sucks.
Man, you can't stop once you started. It's the rules.
Lisa's sent into a Suspiria spiral set to a moody cover of I Can See Clearly Now by Isabella Summers of Florence and the Machine. Her bad trip takes her back to Bachelor's Grove as a storm brews overhead. She seeks out her favorite headstone and gets all emo, wishing that she were dead too.
I wish I was with you.
Lisa shuffles back home, unaware that her graveyard buddy is getting struck by lightning. She has an old-timey dream
It's also a little strange that the lightning is green. I wonder if that plays a part.
sequence set to Strange by Galaxy 500. I wish there were more scenes like this in the movie. It's filled with bat chandeliers, creepy dolls, and pictures with great advice.
Wash your hands, kiddo.
Best of all is her stone-carved crush, who's nice and handsome and has some gum for her. The two cuddle up and watch A Trip to the Moon, a silent film by Georges Méliès from 1902 that every film student will know. Lisa has a poster of it in her room. Lisa's waking life is less romantic, since she works as a seamstress for a bullying boss.
I can always count on her to work on Saturdays because she can't get a date.
She's left home alone that night and cools off with a viewing of Day of the Dead, a nice change in Romero from the usual horror movie characters watch. Her zombie flick gets interrupted by a real-life zombie knocking at the door.
At least he's polite
The
enough.
creature busts through her window, kicking off a slapsticky
Never mind.
chase scene. Lisa even runs away like Captain Rhodes does in the movie she was just watching. She's chased onto the roof, then off of it, where she and her pursuer have a disgusting dead meat feud.
Oh,
She's not
gross.
fully won over by his undead charms, though, until he shows interest in hearing about her vinyl collection.
I have the cure. Oh, it's not that kind of cure. It's like it's a band. They can't make you better. I mean, they can, but emotionally.
The living dead boy, referred to only as the creature, is her graveyard go-to, reincarnated by that strike of magic lightning.
Your hand?
He's he. He misinterpreted her wish to be dead with him as a wish for him to be alive with her. He's a sensitive soul who can understand everything she says, even if he can't talk back. He's missing his speech functions, as well as some body parts, and you know he smelled like shit too. Lisa forces him to take a shower to wash the graveyard off, and
Hold on. This guy would have been dead for 100 years. So if you were to show him an actual shower, he would just be like, What's this? I know he can't talk, but the whole joke is just a whole... You show him indoor plumbing, he's gonna be like, what the fuck am I looking at?
launches into a full-on makeover montage. Ooh, lots of fun options here for him. Pretty soon, this corpse goes from pushing up daisies to smelling like roses. Lisa's family gets home, so she stashes him in her closet. She tries to explain his path of destruction by blaming it on a burglar.
He had a mask, a black mask, and this hat. He had this wide-brimmed hat and a striped jumpsuit.
That sounds like the Hamburglar.
Janet accuses her of destroying the place herself as a way to get the attention she got when her mom was killed. Oh man, this lady's just itching to get counted. Lisa learns that having a closet zombie has its perks. The creature gives his maker a makeover that gets her turning heads at school, including Michael's. Ooh, maybe she can snag a snogging, even if Taffy thinks Lisa can do better.
Not a basketball player per se, but certainly the team manager.
She gets home and the creature gestures that he needs a hand with his missing ear, and also his missing hand.
Well, I can't just get you new parts. I mean, you're a dead man. Not a Chrysler LeBaron.
The conversation
Question also is that how does it all work? does he eat it and then it grows on him, or do you have to attach it and then electrify it to get it to walk on him? I mean, these are questions that are probably going to be answered.
Conversation's cut short by a Rocky Horror reference.
Lisa?
Damn it! Janet!
Janet confronts Lisa about her recent behavior, and since this ratchet stepmother is also a psychiatric nurse, she plans to have Lisa institutionalized.
Oh,
the
what
creature
the-
is a mental health advocate, though, so he beats Janet over the head with Lisa's sewing machine, killing her. As a big Carla Gugino fan, I'm sad to see her character go, but at least she makes for good parts, like that.
She honestly kind of deserves it. She slapped her stepdaughter, well, with no reason to. And then said, I'm gonna lock you up in an institution? Damn, bitch.
Here the creature's been missing. Wonder if Lisa's willing to attach it to him.
I can't do that. Not until we bury the body.
So Lisa dumps the body in the creature's grave and puts her seamstress skills to good use. This is still just a dead ear on a dead head, though. You know, it's just...
Dead meat.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry. To complete the organ transfer in classic universal form, they're gonna need one more thing.
Lightning bolt!
That's right, Ben Franklin brand electricity.
Lightning
Lisa
bolt.
turns to Taffy's tanning bed, which has been shown to be a little shocky.
I'm really sorry you got electrocuted, Lisa.
Just like with Frankenstein's monster, the electricity does the trick, and the creature finds himself with 2 working ears.
Yeah!
Lucky him. The creature is played by Cole Sprouse, best known nowadays as Jughead Jones in Riverdale. As children, he and his twin brother Dylan were in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody,
Oh,
Friends,
shit.
and as a different Frankenstein in Big Daddy. Lisa is played by Catherine Newton, who was in Paranormal Activity 4 as a teenager, and who was recently in Abigail. We've seen her on The Kill Count in Freaky, which also featured Jennifer Pierce Mathis, who plays her mom in this movie. Seems like Newton and Sprouse had a good time together on set. I had fun playing a game with them that Chelsea came up with during an interview. You can see that video on Dead Meat Presents.
This
Since
is
Janet
awesome.
is supposed to be away at a conference in Milwaukee, her disappearance goes unnoticed by the
Awesome.
rest of the family.
I heard that, James.
What doesn't go unnoticed is Lisa's new confidence and style. She's raided Taffy's closet to dress like Tim Burton's Chappelle Roan. Taffy don't mind, though.
Half the school is headed to Boner Town and they don't even know it yet.
I love how completely supportive she is of Lisa in her own popular hot girl way. While Lisa Frankenstein is her Hollywood debut, Liza Soberano has already had a thriving career in the Philippines. In fact, she's one of the highest grossing Filipino actors of all time. Soberano got the part of Taffy because her take was less stereotypically mean girl than the other actors auditioning, choosing to keep Taffy grounded and sincere. Incredibly, she was flown out to film just 5 days after sending in her tape. Lisa keeps her
Wow.
murder mojo going by leaving a note telling Hansy Doug to meet her after school.
You don't want to hold my hand?
Oh, I will.
She takes him on a date to Bachelor's Grove, where it's the creature's turn to get grabby, and the two
Yep.
proceed to give Doug the full Jamie Lannister treatment.
Oh,
Doug tries to make a run for it, but the creature takes him down a peg with an axe throw. Nailed it. One stitch.
okay, no, hold on. First of all, that was still impressive. He just held that thing and chucked it like it was nothing. Like, one arm. I'm geeking out over here. I'm geeking out. Shut up and watch.
Job in an ultra-high tanning session later, and hot damn, this corpse is beginning to look like a real boy. He's good enough to dance. Just, ignore the bugs. The plot
Ooh,
of building a
centipede.
dream partner with Frankensteinian science is also the plot of Weird Science, and Lisa's named after the creation in that movie. Of course, in this movie, Lisa's the creator, not the creation. Her creature shows off what he can do with his hands when he sits down at the piano and plays an original composition he had written in his living life. It helps Lisa see the man her monster used to be.
You had a whole life.
Perhaps because his humanity is being restored, the creature starts to feel bad about their killing spree. Lisa tries to assuage his guilt by reassuring him that they're the good guys.
We just wanted his hand, and now look what you can do with it. That hand is gonna do terrible things.
To play the mute monster, Sprouse worked on his emotional gesture work with the mime Lauren Eric Salm, a student of Marcel Marceau. Together, they broke down
that's
the
a
creature's
classic.
movements into sequences,
I think.
divided by how human he appeared. The prosthetic pieces for his look were created by Legacy Effects, whose work we've seen in Jurassic World. They created
That is
segmented
classic.
makeup pieces that made it easier to move and adjust. Sprouse was in the makeup chair for about 7 hours for his earlier scenes, which went down to 5 or 6 hours for his more human appearance later. With the creature looking better by the body part, Lisa lets him sleep in the bed with her instead of in the closet. They have a heart-to-heart, and she laments how everyone around her moved on too quickly after her mom died. The talk of death leads to talk of sex, and Lisa decides she doesn't want to die a virgin. You'd think that'd be great news for the creature, who's been patiently waiting for Lisa to fall in love with him. But she doesn't want to go full necro, so she states that she'll have sex with Michael Trent tomorrow. Cheers to that! Okay, good night. Unfortunately, the walls are starting to close in on these two. Janet's disappearance finally comes to the family's attention, stretching Taffy beyond her emotional limits.
Oh.
Of course she's sad that her mom's
Sorry.
missing. Lisa couldn't
Sorry.
possibly understand.
You don't have to worry about anything because your mom's already been murdered.
Additionally, the cops have started sniffing around Lisa.
Still though, wow. I understand Susan playing a mean girl, but still. You just lost your mom, so now you know exactly how she feels. But instead of being able to talk to each other on the same ground, I'm just like, no, you don't have to worry about your mom, she's already dead.
To school.
What's going on?
Kid might have been murdered. Doug Moran's.
Taffy's friend Lori there is played by Jenna Davis, whose voice we heard a bunch on the kill count just last week.
It's insane, right?
Lisa is called
Yeah.
in for questioning since goth girl Tamara saw her leave the date invitation in Doug's locker. Tempers flare, but Lisa manages to slip away and leave school early without getting arrested.
Really hope this goth phase ends soon.
Officer Waters there is played by Sylvia Grace Crim, who was dead sexy in The Hunt. Like her character was named Dead
Ooh.
Sexy. I wasn't... Never mind. While home alone,
get
the
it.
creature hears a message revealing that Janet's car was spotted across town. He leaves to go get it, stopping to swap out his wardrobe with the help of a curmudgeon-y passerby. We don't see the whole confrontation here, but I think this guy's just conked out. I mean, his grandkid's right there. It'd be messed up to kill him. The creature picks up Lisa on her way home, but she wants to make a detour to Mike.
Oh, and that's why James is dressed like that.
Goals. He tries to talk her out of it, which is hard because he can't talk. Still, Lisa don't appreciate all that not talk back talk.
You act like you're happy for me and you care about me, but you're not really happy for me.
She strolls into Michael's house to have a big little lie down, and without ringing the doorbell or anything, rude. Upstairs in his
Very
room, she
rude.
finds him alone / together with none other than Taffy, who's been seeing him on the low. That explains her suspicious hickey earlier.
What happened to your neck?
Crimper accident.
Lisa confronts the pair and calls out Michael for being a hypocrite. She says he likes cool stuff, but doesn't like the girls he likes to like cool stuff. The creature shows up to join the messy love quadrangle and promptly dismembers Michael in slow motion.
Oh,
Aw,
no!
dude, oh no! It sends an oversized sorry game board piece flying through the air and into the trash can. He turns his hatchet to Taffy next, but a pillow stops the strike.
We know exactly what that's meant to be.
And Lisa yells at him to stop. The creature grabs the dismembered member and storms off, so Lisa goes after him with her traumatized sister in tow. She follows him to the cemetery, where she tries to make peace with Taffy before leaving. She thanks her for always being nice and reaffirms her as a sister.
You're a great person, Taff. And I'm sorry. I hurt you.
You gonna admit it?
I love you.
With that done, Lisa finds the creature at his grave in Bachelor's Grove, which has now become a crime scene. She can't bring herself to kill her creation, and through speech and intimation, the odd couple finally declares their love for each other. Their love does come with physical limitations, though, as the creature is still incomplete.
Well, that's okay. We can. I mean, you don't need one of those to be a man.
Well, it may not be necessary, but he picked one up anyway and collected Michael's pecker to complete his missing parts.
You cut it off for me?
A cop comes along and interrupts the moment, so the creature picks her up and drops her in the open grave.
Drop.
I don't think she would die from that, though. Lisa gets straight to sewing as the creature stands there looking like a guy who's employed a tailor with shaky hands. They zap the love stick onto the lover, and the two have a peach ring wedding. Gotta keep it Christian. The creature takes Lisa to bed, and the couple consummates their connection with a euphemistic rocket ride. It's set to a cover of REO Speedwagon's Can't Fight This Feeling by JoJo. Prior to this film, Zelda Williams had directed shorts and music videos, including a few by JoJo. They've got no time for a honeymoon, though,
This
by
is
the
funny.
sounds of those police sirens closing in. With her options limited, Lisa bids a tearful goodbye to her Franken guy and climbs into the tanning bed. The creature sets it past the ultras and all the way to max bronze and takes a seat as Lisa lights up like a Bavarian windmill. Dell gets home just in time to join a crowd of gathering townspeople as the shed goes up in flames. Sometime later, Dell and Taffy visit Lisa's grave. He gets really
18
sentimental
years.
about it.
We came. Hello, Lisa.
They leave flowers, but Taffy notices a curious inscription noting Lisa was a wife. In an epilogue, we catch up with a creature who's now achieved full speech.
Oh, Mary dear.
His rainbow suspenders here are Zelda's nod to Mork and Mindy, the show that launched her late father Robin's career. The movie ends with the reveal of a resurrected Lisa, bandaged up, undead, and in love. How many people were mined for parts in this hormone?
I'll be honest, I like this movie. That is a good one, and I love the ending. Hey, that gets the Fox recommendation.
Monster Mash? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Oh.
Well, time to go find Zoran.
Okay, one moment.
Only 5 people died in Lisa Frankenstein, with the victims consisting of 2 men and 3 women. That gives us a red majority pie chart, which I feel like we've been seeing more often lately. We've seen this count and breakdown 7 times before on the show, including in everyone's favorite movie, Exorcist II: The Heretic. With a runtime of 101 minutes, Lisa Frankenstein had a kill on average every 20.2 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Lisa. Yeah, there were bloodier kills in the movie, but Lisa's was the most beautiful. Dome Machete for lamest kill will go to Lisa's mom, who got axed to death in a flashback off screen. And that's it. Lisa Frankenstein came out in 2024 to mixed reviews, but there might still be room to explore since Diablo Cody said it's set in the same universe as Jennifer's Body. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the kill count.
On the next kill.
Alright everyone, that was the kill count for Lisa Frankenstein from 2024. But before we leave off, let's see what will be the kill count for next week. Unless it's going to be for Stepfather, which I'd already watched, and I can't really do for next recording.
Kill count.
It's Father's Day.
Yep, no, Stepfather. I do recommend checking it out, because that's actually a good movie, even if it is kind of based off a real-life crime. Anyway, everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all you folks next time when we flick back on. This is Fox, signing out. Peace.